Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. How are you today? I hope that everybody's doing good. So, our lesson for this afternoon is all about the principle of professional ethics. So, disregard nyo na lang yung date na nakalagay dito. Okay? And our topic for this afternoon is the continuation, no, of what we have discussed last session. Okay, it's all about the ethical theories, and now let's dwell into the principles. No, what are those principles when we say professional ethics? Okay, so we have our learning objectives that at the end of the session, the students must be able to define professional ethics, and number two, to identify and explain principles of ethics. So, what is professional ethics? So, when we say professional ethics, it comes from the word ethos, means the way of life. And this is the Greek root of the English word ethics. So, which means representation, no? Or it represents the morals and values that guide behavior, and workplace ethics, which are also known as professional ethics, are by definition the morals and values followed within a business. Okay? So when we say workplace ethics, the other term is the professional ethics as well. Okay? So it defines about moral values, no, of the individual, or we can say the behavior of the individual, especially the employee or the staff that is working inside the industry. Okay, so when we say professional ethics, it examines the moral and ethical issues that arise in a corporate environment. So there's a certain evaluation when it comes to the morals and the values of a person, so that we can easily address, no, whatever the issues na pwedeng mag-arise sa isang company, no, once magtrabaho kayo, hindi natin maaalis na magkakaroon ng mga conflict, ng mga misunderstanding, ng pagde-divide, no, sa isang team. So, by means of professional ethics, no, we can easily address those issues na pwedeng ma-experience sa workplace. So, dito na rin sasagutin yung question natin last time, no? Kung matatandaan nyo sa seatwork natin, meron tayong question doon. If you still remember, can there be a universal set of ethical principles that apply to all situations and cultures? Or do ethical theories vary depending on cultural, historical, or individual contexts? So the correct answer here is there is no set or universal set of ethical principles that apply to all situations. No? Bakit? Depende sa ano, depende sa issues sa isang company, no? So, when it comes to issues, iba't iba din yung pointing system natin. The way natin i-address every conflicts. Diba? That's why it has been found that a majority of professionals face ethical problems in their professional life. Agree ba kayo dyan? Of course, no? As compared to non-professionals. Mainly because professionals are trained to provide services to the society that cannot be provided by non-professionals. So, para bang sinasabi dito sa statement na to na Parang those people, they are educated. Sabi nga, 'di ba, kapag may malalim na pinag-aralan, professional tingnan or ng tingin ng tao, they are very professionals. Pero kapag yung mga taong, sabihin natin, kinulang for whatever reason, no? Kinulang ng, kinulang sa edukasyon. Ayan. So normally, talagang lack of knowledge yung mga taong to. So that's why they cannot act professionally sa ibang tao, no? So nagkakaroon ng ethical issues, ng problems, lalo na sa isang company. Kapag pinagsama mo minsan or most of the time nangyayari yan eh. Yung sa hiring processes, pagsasamahin mo yung we are not being judgmental here ha, pero nangyayari sa reality. The Human Resource Department will accept undergrad student and then sa isang team, meron doong nagtapos ng kolehiyo. So that is a basic example. So at the end of the day, magkaroon man ng brainstorming, magkaroon ng um, meeting halimbawa sa isang project sa isang company. At pag yung dalawang yon is nagbigay ng kanya-kanyang opinion on what, there are times na pwedeng hindi sila magkasundo. Okay? At dahil sa hindi pagkakasundo, pwedeng dumating yung chances na magkaroon ng konting misunderstanding. So magkakaroon ng issues sa company. Kasi itong mindset ng isa or itong opinion ng isa, which is the undergrad person, is iba doon sa thinking ng nakapagtapos. Okay? So I'm not saying that we will degrade those undergrad students or person na nakapasok sa isang company. The thing is that um, nagkakaroon kasi ng differences when facing such issues in life. Depende kasi sa knowledge or gaano ba naiintindihan ng isang tao, no? Yung yung realidad ng buhay. Okay? Sabi nga nila, the more na marami tayong napag-aaralan, mas lumalawak at mas uunawaan natin yung mga bagay. Pero kapag hanggang dito na lang tayo, na-stuck up tayo sometimes, hanggang doon lang yung mindset natin. Hindi siya lumalawak kasi yun lang yung pinaniniwalaan natin or yun lang yung sa tingin nating tama. So, nagkakaroon ng conflict. Okay? So, professional ethics are also known as workplace ethics, and professional ethics pertain to the morals and values that companies expect their employees to hold and demonstrate in their business dealings and work relationships. So, pag-usapan natin ngayon yung mga principles of professional ethics. So, what are those behavior? It can be the attitude that a person must have, most especially if they are working inside a company. Sabihin na natin, nasa workplace na to, no? Hindi na natin pinag-uusapan kung ano lang ang personalidad niya bilang isang tao, bilang isang estudyante, bilang isang anak, bilang isang kaibigan. No. We're discussing right now what is the proper behavior, no, of the employee, no, sa workplace nila. So policies around ethical behavior in the workplace often revolve around several key principles. So ethical companies are often described in the following ways. So what are those ways? So number one is we have honesty or being honest. If I will ask you, honest ka ba? Ayan. Try to think of it. Honest ka ba? Some of you will ask me, saang aspeto, ma'am? In general, 'di ba? Honest ka ba or honest ba tayo? But most of the time, we're not perfect, no? There are times na nakakapagsinungaling tayo or sometimes nagpapakitang tao or nagpapabalat bunga tayo when it comes to our behavior pagdating sa honesty. Pero ano ba dapat yung kailangan nating sundin? kailangan nating gawin once we are working inside a company. Again, class, hindi na natin dinidiscuss ngayon about just your unique personality. Yes, andun tayo sa kanya-kanyang personalities natin, ninyo. Pero now, let's move on for what we need to do or to develop. Ano yung adjust mo ngayon sa behavior mo once kayo'y magtrabaho soon. And some of you are working right now. So ano ngayon yung status nitong mga ways, itong mga principles na to na pinag-uusapan natin? Ano yung magiging impact nito sa'yo, sa company mo, sa mga coworkers mo, and so on. Okay? Going back to my question, honest ka ba? Sir, it says from the definition, good work ethics are characterized by honesty in how companies communicate with employees and other stakeholders and how they handle standard business practices like accounting and so on and so forth. So parang hinighlight dito yung accounting talaga kasi dito kailangan kapag ito yung trabaho mo, number one requirement is you are honest kasi um, not just the funds of the company ang hinahawakan mo but also the reputation. No, kung makikita natin the definition here, we are looking for what will be the company would give to the employees and other stakeholders or mga partners nila sa business. Okay? So parang sa part na to, kailangan si company, no, para maging good yung relationship ng employees and the company is dapat si company muna yung unang maging honest sa empleyado. And everybody will agree with that. Ano ba yung mga honest situations na dapat pinapakita ng company when it comes to the salary of the employee, 'di ba? Kailangan transparent tayo. Ano yung mga dapat kinakaltas sa sahod nila? The company kailangan alam yan ng employees mo. Okay? Pero sa part naman ng employee, gaano ba ka-importante yung pagiging honest? Kasi sooner or later, no, naniniwala ko, hindi kayo lahat is mag apply for just a position ng pagiging employee. Some of you magiging employer. Some of you magiging um, may-ari ng isang kumpanya. Magbe-business yung iba sa inyo. 'Di ba? So, again, what is the importance of being honest sa workplace natin? So, sa una, sa part ng employee, syempre, nabibuild yung trust ng bawat parties. Si employer at syempre kayo as the staff. Because honesty, I do believe, is the foundation of trust. So, when the employees and the colleagues are honest with each other, even your coworkers nga na-establish at na-maintain natin yung trust to each other. You know that trust is crucial for effective teamwork, for effective collaboration, and for the overall well-being of the workplace. Try to imagine a company na puro lies, no, ang umiikot. So, sabihin natin nalalampasan kahit mga sinungaling yung nasa loob ng company, even the staff. Pero hindi magsasucess yun at the end of the day eh. Magkakaroon ng ending din yun. Because we need to build trust to each other. Dahil dito natin makikita effectivity ng isang company. If nakikita pa ba yung purpose niya, kaya nag exist or not. Okay? Ano pang importance ng honesty? 'Di ba? Nagkakaroon ng effective communication for both parties, the company and the employees. Honest communication class is clear and direct. 'Di ba? Ito yung pinaka-easiest means natin to connect with our boss, with our supervisor, with our coworkers, no? And it reduces misunderstanding din somehow, 'di ba? Pero nagkakaroon lang ng misunderstanding once may mga miscommunications at nag start na yung mga conflicts, etc. No? Pero By means of being honest, the information is really clear to each other. Kasi wala kang tinatago, 'di ba? Sabi nga, honest feedback and sa discussions, sa mga meetings are essential for personal and professional growth. Okay? So we have two, no, impact of honesty as one of the principles, no, ng ating professional ethics, which is the building trust in the effective communication. Okay? And we have number two, trustworthy. So trustworthy means honesty results in trust. Furthermore, it if companies are consistent in doing what they say they are going, no? What's going? Okay. They are going to do, trust and grow. So what is trustworthy naman? Bakit mahalaga din to sa ating company or you as the employee of the company? 'Di ba it describe the person, of course, it describe also the organization, or pwede natin gamitin yung word na trustworthy to describe a thing that is what? Considerable, dependable, reliable, and everything that deserves trust. When someone or something is trustworthy, try to think of it. It means they can be counted on to fulfill their promises. So parang this is an act also of the integrity, act of consistently do what is expected or required without deceit or dishonesty. So, yung trustworthy kasi, pwede rin natin siyang ma-describe as the quality that inspires confidence and belief, no, ng isang tao or ng isang empleyado. And that is a valuable trait, I guess, because it connects with the relationship, no, with other people. Parang yung honesty natin kanina, we need to connect to our coworkers, to our co-employees, no, by means of being honest. So yung trustworthy, same thing with being honest, no. So this is, I guess, the aspect of life that is very essential as well. Okay? So we have also loyal. So ethical companies defend ethical employees and vice versa. They do not participate in sabotage, slander, and other disloyal and destructive behaviors. So parang dito, if I will give you an example, uh, kung meron tayong pinapa-implement like addressing conflicts and issues sa workplace natin, the way we address is we need to hear both sides. Yan ang number one, di ba? So, by means of being loyal, you should focus on what is the guidelines or implementations of your company. Hindi tayong pwedeng papabor sa isang side simply because marami kang pabor as the boss dito sa employee na to na nagkaroon ng conflict. Okay? And then yung kabilang side, hindi na napanigan or hindi na napakinggan kasi kinlose na natin yung issue na ang may mali is yung kabilang side or yung isang employee. What I mean is, kung ano yung ating ipinapa-implement sa company natin when addressing issues. So let's check and evaluate. Paano natin masesettle yung conflict ng dalawang empleyadong nag-aaway halimbawa. Nag-away because of the promotion. Halimbawa lang yan. So, si company, assess muna. Sino yung may mali or ano ba yung point ng dalawa? Bakit sila nagkaroon ng conflict? no? Hindi tayo papabor ng basta-basta. Okay, alam ko na yan sino nagsimula. Kilala ko ugali nun eh. Siya yan, 'di ba? Siya nag-umpisa niyang away niyo sa promotion na yan. Without knowing ano yung pinaka reason ng pag-aaway. Okay? So, what else aside from being loyal? Sa mga job natin sa workplace natin, if tayo is na-assign sa isang department, halimbawa, sa isang hotel, sa food and beverage department ka naka-assign, so make sure na dito mo tatrabahuin yung mga ano mo, yung mga task na binigay sa'yo. Hindi yung malakas tayo sa boss natin, dahil ayaw mo ng trabaho sa food and beverage department, medyo dikit mo naman yung boss mo, pupunta ka sa kitchen. Kasi mas feel mo, the other month, mas feel mo mag-kitchen ka naman. Wala namang prior, ano sa'yo, um, notice ang boss mo to transfer sa kitchen, sa food and beverage department ka lang dapat. So, being loyal to your work also reflects your integrity, no? So, hindi tayo pwedeng dahil out of our emotions, gusto natin, feel natin mag-work ngayon sa ano eh, sa kitchen. Dito muna ako. Bahala muna kayo dyan. Kaya nyo na yan. Totropa muna ako dito sa kitchen. Unethical yun. Wala ka naman sa bahay para magpalipat-lipat um, ng trabaho, no? Sa bahay, kahit ano, pwede nating unahin halimbawa, pinagluluto ka or pinaglalaba ka, alin doon pwede mong umpisahan. Kasi wala namang guidelines na sinusunod sa loob ng bahay. Alam lang natin, inutusan tayo ng parents natin, 'di ba? Pero sa workplace, you cannot decide. So that's the form of loyalty also. No? What else? Yeah. Fair. So hiring practices and compensatory systems treat people fairly based on their qualifications and performance. So discrimination due to race, gender, religion, and other demographics is strictly prohibited, as it nepotism, which is the favoring of friends and relatives over other candidates or coworkers. Okay? Are you familiar with nepotism? Ayan. Alam nyo, lahat tayo, kahit anong estado ng buhay natin ngayon, gusto natin lagi balance at equal. No? Or sometimes, sabi nga nila, ayaw din nating nalalamangan, lalo na pag sa trabaho ang usapan, di ba? Yung same salary kayo, no? Pero ba't parang mas lamang yung workloads mo dun sa katrabaho mo, no? Ganyan ba kayong na-experience? Or mai-experience pa lang soon? But anyway, nepotism refers to the practice of favoring or showing preferential treatment to one's relatives and so on and so forth. And parang binabanggit ko kanina, pag medyo close mo, okay, sige, maganda lang trabaho mo. Same rate kayo nung isa. I think bago ka pa lang, 'di ba? Pero yung workloads mo, light lang. E di yung napakatagal na at hindi nag increase yung sahod, sa kanya lahat ng may hirap na trabaho. No? So, unethical yon. So, sa company, we should be fair with the treatment. Pa-practice yon ni company, no? Sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, sooner or later, hindi kayo lahat employee lang. Magkakaroon kayo ng kanya-kanya yung company soon. So, paano yung pamamalakad nyo sa loob? So, nag start sometimes sa unfair hiring practices din kasi eh. Yan yung nagiging foundation yan eh. Diba? Kumbaga yung mga less qualified individuals, na-hire. Dahil may mga under the table, or sometimes, kaya sila na-hire kasi may mga pabor na hinihingi yung mga ano din, mga mga may-ari ng kumpanya or mga HR, may mga ganyang situation na nangyayari. So ngayon, yung mas deserve na ma-hired, hindi nabibigyan ng chance. Okay? So, hindi nila alam nagkakaroon yan ng magkakaroon ng problem at the end of the day when it comes to organization performance and success of the company. Kasi bakit? Kinuha mo yung less qualified. employee, halimbawa, hotel ulit tayo sa hotel. Oh, we have the position there ng pastry chef, no? Then, may nag-apply, kakilala mo sa matagal na panahon, di ka rin naman sure sa capability. Basta kilala mo siya, close mo lang, pinasok mo. Itatry lang. Baka naman dun ma-develop or mag-grow. Pero iba kasi yon na mag-hire ka ng talagang competent na at alam yung ginagawa. Okay? So, nag start talaga yan sa unfair hiring practices. Or sometimes, yung tinatawag na, what do you call this one? Demotivation and resentment, no? So, ito yung part like, may mga favoritism. Halimbawa, nasa loob naman na ng company, pero may mga favorite talaga. Yung mga boss natin. Yung mga bago pa lang, ang bilis ng promotion. Pero yung mga halos nag-overtime na, no? Halos wala ng sapat na tulog, na pahinga, dedicated sila sa work. Sila yung ang tagal makamove with the promotion. So, nangyayari to, demotivation and resentment. So, nangyayari sa employee, they become demotivated na and nagde-decrease tuloy yung moral and productivity ng isang empleyado. So, unethical yun. So, to make it ethical, alisin natin yung we need to be fair with our employees. Paano natin sila i-handle ng maayos? No? Actually, sa performances lang naman lagi magiging basihan yan eh. Pero in reality talaga, ang nangyayari ngayon, nasa tagal, no? Pag matagal ka na, kayo yung naka-line up for promotion. Then yung mga bago, hindi pa pwede ma-promote kahit magaling na. Okay? Yun kasi yung ano eh, tradition. So kung susundin mo naman yung guidelines mo na yung matatagal, sila lang yung mapopromote, make sure meron ka ding guidelines paano naman dun sa mga magagaling, kahit bago pa lang, pwede naman silang ma-promote. So what you will do as a company? Dapat may ganun para mababalanse. No? Kaso nagkakaroon pa dyan ng conflict minsan. Hindi na sa part ng company or ng employer. Yung mga coworker, nagsisilipan sila, ay bago pa lang, na-promote na. Ako dito na ako, 20 years na oh. Eh kaso, itong 20 years, wala rin naman naging masyadong contribution sa company. Kung hindi late, absent. Kung hindi absent, half day. 'Di ba? So, paano mapopromote? Okay? So, kailangan maging patas. No? Ayan. So, sa side naman ng employee, I can add na to be fair also with your workplace is just to be performed. Paano? Even without the presence of your boss, sooner or later, work hard. Kahit walang magsusupervise sa inyo at alam nyo naman yung gagawin, work hard. Do your best. But the reality is that kapag andyan lang yung boss, trumatrabaho. Iniigihan, ginagalingan. Pag wala na, warde-warde na. Walang babantay eh. Sabi na nga nila, when the cat is away, ayan, ano yung kadugtong nun? So, hindi ganon. So, tayo din, or kayo, sooner, even without the presence of your boss, o may-ari ng mga company na yan, trabaho lang din ng maayos. Okay? Ayun, bigyan ko ng highlight yung discrimination dito sa fair. Ayan. So, pasok siya dun sa mga yung hiring natin, yung nabanggit ko kanina about unfair hiring processes, 'di ba? Kapag yung gender, alam natin 'yan is ayan, member ng halimbawa ng LGBTQ, hindi agad-agad hina-hire even capable for that work. Ano pa? Galing ng call center, no? So, most probably, okay naman sa kanya, okay naman siya the way siya mag-speak in English, makipag-communicate. Pero, hindi siya, hindi siya ina-accept sa company because sometimes of the gender or what else. Yung galing sa probinsya, fresh graduate, no? Mag-apply ng trabaho dito sa Manila, makikipagsapalaran. Siyempre, unahin yung mga graduate dito sa Manila. 'Di ba? Yung mga galing ng probinsya, sila yung baga, pang-back up na lang kapag nakulangan ng empleyado, saka lang sila tatawagan. Okay? So, kailangan maging fair. Kahit galing ka man ng province, graduate ka sa province, meron pang kailangan improve sa pagsasalita mo kasi pag galing probinsya, 'di ba? Minsan may mga intonations pa sila. Bigyan natin ng chance din to develop, no? Ayan. What else? Respectful, basic courtesy and kindness are expected among ethical companies. So they set protocols and overall tone for communication and business dealings. Okay, yung protocols natin, say for example, sabi ng company, di ba sa school, no? Wearing of corporate attire. Yan. Every Tuesday and Thursday. So that is a protocol, no? So we need to respect kasi yun yung hinihingi ng school. Okay? Hindi kayo pwedeng magdesisyon, wag na lang kasi hindi ko feel. Okay? Paano pag nagtrabaho kayo, ang outfit or ang uniform halimbawa is hindi nyo rin gusto? So, ibig sabihin mo, magre-resign or hindi nyo na kayo tutuloy sa trabaho? Kasi mainit. Mainit yung uniform namin dyan sa ano. Receptionist ako dyan sa, ano eh, sa Crimson Hotel. Mainit. Hindi ko gusto. Magre-resign ako. Tama ba yun? Unethical yun. Nakapasok ka na sa company eh. Na-interview ka na, nag-requirements ka na, and simply because of the uniform, ayaw mo, bigla kang aalis. 'Di ba? Or by means of following instructions, simple instruction. Like punctuality, it's a matter of respect. Sinabi ng boss mo, AM shift ka, opening. So kung 8 AM ang opening ng duty, dapat bago mag 8 AM nasa trabaho na. Hindi ka pwedeng 8 AM kararating mo pa lang, doon ka pa lang mag-in. Anong oras ka mag-work? 8:30 or 9? 'Di ba? Though may mga grace period naman sa mga company, pero make sure mo na even the time, kaya nating pahalagahan, no? Kasi not all the time naman nasa opening ka. There are times na bibigay sa'yo mid-shift or closing. Okay? So, kailangan nating i-respect yung mga protocols ng ating company. Okay? Lalo na kayo, di man kayo mag-work agad, pero papunta na kayo sa pag-OJT soon. Ayan, may mga rules din para sa mga OJT. 'Di ba? Hindi porket OJT tayo, gagawin yung OJT pa lang po kami, hindi po muna kami magiging masunurin sa ngayon. Saka na pag nagtrabaho, no. Did you know that with the training, dyan nakikita if you are credible na to work soon. Dyan nag-uumpisa yung na-absorb. May mga OJT akong kilala sa tagal ng panahon ko na sa pagtuturo. After ng OJT, inaantay lang graduation, pinapa-apply na sila agad, na-absorb sila. May magandang nakita eh. Siguro when it comes to behavior and ethics, talagang hindi ka rin magsisisi na i-hire. No? So, bawal lang pasaway. And if we have these principles, yung respectful company and coworkers natin, madaling mabigyan ng resolution yung conflicts. Or sometimes hindi na nga magkakaroon ng conflict. Pero bihira yun na hindi magkaroon. Pero napakaliit lang na percentage yung mga conflicts na pwede mag-arise kasi you're respecting everything inside the workplace. No? And you know what? Respectful behavior is the key also, class, to have a peacefully, no? And yung tinasabing finding mutually agreeable feelings because everyone deserves peace. Sabi nga nila, kung pag follower ka lang, andun na din yung respeto mo sa isang bagay. So, walang masyadong ingay sa crowd, walang masyadong sita, walang masyadong um, pinapatawag ng boss dahil di sumunod, 'di ba? Peaceful ka and happy ka that you are working dahil alam mo, you're just following lang talaga, 'di ba? So, hindi naman masama mag-follow lang na mag-follow. Nagkakaroon sometimes ng problem if ikaw na mismo, sa ugali mo kasi, ayaw mo nang sumunod. So, always respect yung nasa authority natin. Okay? So, yan. Responsible employees who ascribe to workplace ethics are concerned about how their individual work affects the well-being of the company as a whole. So they take responsibility for their actions toward others in the decisions they make. Okay, so responsibilities. Napakasimpleng salita niyan, pero actually, ayan ang pinakamabigat din gawin once maging empleyado kayo soon. Responsibilities or how to be a responsible one. Pero ano ba? Ano ba yung natutulong sa company if you are responsible with the task given to you? Meron ba? Or baka wala naman? Bakit kailangan pa? 'Di ba? So what do you think? Are you familiar with the word accountability? Lagi tong ano eh. Lagi silang magkasama. Responsibility with accountability. So, sa part na to, you are taking the ownership for the actions and decisions no you've made from time to time sa workplace. Whether, always remember ha, whether they lead to success or setbacks, responsible ka sa bagay na inaatang sa'yo or accountable ka sa bagay na ini-entrust sa'yo. Kasi not all the time, more of success, halimbawa sa leadership, hindi naman lahat success ang ma-encounter mo dyan eh. Most of the time nga parang more of setbacks. Pero, oh, we will handle kapag may failure na or hindi na okay sa leadership mo, bibitawan mo na, susukuan mo na. Di ba? Hindi ganun. So, you do not shift blame, no? Always remember on that. Onto others, but instead learn from the mistakes and work to rectify them. Yung parang may mga mistakes, no? Nagli-lead ka sa isang team leader ka, and then merong palpak, may pumalpak kayong project sa workplace. Ano, isisisi mo na lang ba sa tao mo? Do may part sila, halimbawa, na kaya nag-fail, pero do not blame from time to time to other people. Responsibility mo, yung mga tao mo na nag-fail na yan, and do not leave them. As if papafeel natin na sila yung may mali. 'Di ba? You are a team eh, kaya nga kayo team eh. Kung hindi pala team ang turing mo sa kanila, wag mo na silang i-handle. Or wag ka na humawak ng team. Kasi hindi mo naman kayang ano eh. Cannot act as a team player as well. Sabi nga, if ever there's a mistake, that is the result of the actions and decisions. Hindi lang naman ikaw, within your team. So, kailangan yung i-work out yan to learn anong may improve nyo sa mistake na yon. Ba't nag-fail yung project nyo na yan? 'Di ba? So, mag-usap-usap, meeting, no? And ayusin kung paano maaayos. Hindi because of that failure, nag-away-away. Okay? So, that's the responsibility. Okay? At sa ano kasi, dito sa part na to, nakikita din yung ano ng tao eh. Yung dependability niya. No? Ano ibig sabihin nun? Parang nakikita yung consistent performance niya sa task nami-meet or hindi man yung given commitment sa kanya, dire-diretso lang siya sa trabaho niya. They are punctual. Yun, alam niyo yung mga empleyado na kahit lagi na lang nakikitang may mali siya sa trabaho, or kung ano man yung project na pinapagawa sa kanya ng boss. Pero never siyang nag-give up, never siyang nagsabing ayoko na or ikaw na lang trabaho. Instead, araw-araw pumapasok pa din kahit araw-araw ng pinapagalitan. So, very ano, 'di ba? Very rare yung ganong personality. So, kasama ng responsibility yung dependability din. Okay? Consistent tayo. Kung may mali, go lang. Hindi naman tayo agad class mamamatay pag nagkamali tayo sa isang bagay. Sometimes pride ang umiiral pag ganyan. Mali yun. Yung, nakakahiya kasi nagkamali ako. No. You will not grow kapag lagi kang takot magkamali. Actually, from mistake, doon tayo nag start ng learning. Okay? So, hindi lahat ng oras smooth sailing tayo sa trabaho, lalo na kayo soon. But you need to be consistent lang, period. Okay? Ayan. So, next is consensus. Ethical companies respect their place in the bigger picture. So, they are socially conscious. Ayan, pay fair wages, do business with other ethical companies, and environmentally conscious. So, examples are purchase earth-friendly office equipment and reduce waste and pollution. So, what's the other term when we say consensus class? Meron ba kayo nito? Even you're a student pa lang. Are you familiar with this? Hmm? Okay, so you know what? Consensus is something to do with the attention to detail. Ayan, very very specific ka sa lahat. Halimbawa, yung boss mo nagbigay sa'yo ng trabaho. Hindi niya sa'yo in-explain kung anong gagawin. Pero from time to time, you are asking your boss what you will do. Sa part 1, sa part 2, sa part 3, paano mo siya tatapusin? Okay? You pay close attention even to the smallest details of a simple task kasi you want to ensure the accuracy and precision. No? Yung kumbaga, pag sinabing deadline September 12, 2023. Ma'am, sir, anong time po ang deadline nitong project po na pinapagawa niyo sa akin? Okay? Sa trabaho, may mga ganyang personality, no? And that is ethical. Kasi you want to be attentive doon sa work na ini-entrust sa'yo. Hindi lang basta may ipasa o magawa mo eh. No? Anong attitude meron tayo dito? Hmm. Anong attitude meron tayo? Bakit may ganun? We are very attentive in every detail, even to the smallest detail. Because of somehow we are desiring to meet the high standards or the quality of our work. Pero meron ako sa inyong nabasa na I don't know kung saan sa Seatwork ba or what, na ang sagot niya, hindi sa akin pwede yung pwede na. May nabasa akong ganong statement. I don't know kung kanino yun, hindi ko matandaan. Which is very good. Consensus ang taong yun. No? Kung sino man yun. Bakit? Kasi gusto niya ma-meet yung standard, even hindi nire-required the high standard, pero gusto niya ibigay yung best niya to that specific work, and that's good. And that's ethical. You're not about to compete, but you want to be organized throughout your work. Napakahalaga nito sa trabaho, you organize ka. Kasi if you're organized sa lahat, asahan mo from your attendance pa lang, pagpasok mo ng opisina hanggang pag-uwi mo, no? Walang masasabi sa'yo ang boss mo. Okay? Kumbaga speechless na lang kasi parang sabi nga sa kanta, nasa'yo na ang lahat. May ganun eh. May ganung empleyado. Tas, aliit pa ng sahod. Ayan, may bigyan ko example. Sometimes, yung iba, gusto ma-meet high standard, ginagawa yung best. Ito lang yung sahod nila, pero mahal nila yung work nila. and that is ethical. Pero ngayon, bihira, no? Siguro sa mga kilala ko kapag ang sahod ay maliit, wala nang pagbibigay ng best kasi maliit lang yung sahod, eh, 'di ba? Pero sana hindi gano'n. Kasi at the end of the day naman, we will be receiving a reward unexpectedly kapag tayo is merong tiyaga sa trabaho natin. Okay? So I know that some of you is wala pa sa mindset to work, pero pagdating ng panahon, ilang years na lang, haharapin nyo na ang reality. So prepare yourself, no, to be an excellent person wearing these principles of professional ethics natin. I want you to see soon professionally that you can engage to other people and handle them patiently, and you know the ethical behavior in this is that the way you make choice and decision will always align with your values and principles. Okay? So I want you to answer sa comment box na lang, no? I'll be posting this link, and then I'll be giving you um, questions, and then sa comment box yung answer. Yung questions natin is isi-send ko sa ating GC. Pero yung sagot sa comment box kung saan nakalagay ang link ng recorded lesson na to. Okay? So that's the end of our lesson. Thank you for your time. I hope you learned something from today's topic. Goodbye and God bless everyone.